All right, everyone. Yesterday, everyone wanted to believe as the Pentagon declassified some documents and video with regards to already leaked stories about UFOs that were seen by like the U.S. Navy and stuff. And the footage that you actually see there, of course, is very bizarre. And if it's being deemed completely authentic, yeah, it definitely depicts something odd. It doesn't depict a standard aircraft. We know that. They're sure of it. They've speculated possibly drones, experimental craft from other countries, or maybe U.S. test craft that are so highly classified that the Pentagon decided to deflect on the story. Here's the thing, though. You're not going to get disclosure of little green men. I'm going to try to explain why. If the U.S. government has become aware that there are extraterrestrials, that we are not alone, and that little green men are coming to and from Earth and observing us and stuff, they're not going to show you the real stuff. They're going to show you some grainy footage and use some clever psyop sort of speech and say, well, we're not sure what these are. And they'll show you like ball lightning or a drone swarm or something. By the way, when they do this, it's a way of cheapening any real footage you have. But the other reason is there's a very, 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 very small chance that if there are extraterrestrials anywhere near us in space, capable of actually coming to and from this zone, that they want to be anywhere near us. Because at most, we would be a science experiment. We'd be odd barbarians, we rip other life forms apart and cook them and eat them. We're a one-world species. We're a backwater, probably. Any other species would have to be at least outside of our solar system. They would at least have to be a few solar systems away in order, and they'd have to navigate that entire distance. You're talking about extremely advanced technology required to do that. Such a group would look at us the same way we would look at a lower hominid or a chimpanzee. They probably would be ethically opposed to actually interacting with us in the first place. Anyway, I happen to believe in extraterrestrials. To make it clear, I do believe that there are alien life forms in the universe, probably within this galaxy, and probably quite a few of them. There are almost certainly worlds that have spawned what we would consider intelligent life. I don't deny that. I think that it's mathematically a near certainty. Do I think that it's near enough to us in space, technologically advanced enough, and also has a reason to actually interact with this planet in a near... No, absolutely not. At the most, they would send probes out. But why would they even bother? It wouldn't make any sense. How would you begin to relay that material back that you were trying to probe with? Okay, let's say that these are alien probes. They sit in the ocean. Sometimes they come out and photograph things, and then they send a message home to Mars or whatever. Okay, maybe. I'm just not seeing that as very likely. And if it were happening, let's say that I'm the President of the United States, and some stony-faced generals are gathered around me in a dimly lit room in a bunker, showing me slides of all the aliens that they've documented or something. Do you think that I have any reason to cause the breakdown of all society by telling people, yeah, by the way, we're not alone? Yeah, by the way, there are races of beings that come to our planet. We can't, potentially defend ourselves. If they decide to destroy us, we're fucked. So basically, kiss your ass goodbye, and there's nothing you can do. That wouldn't be good. I think the society might break down. In such a situation, it would literally be better not to tell anybody anyway. It wouldn't be a wise decision. Can you imagine how the religious nuts of the world would react? Can you imagine how all the survivalists would react? It would spawn so many cults, you'd lose order of society, and then society would break down. Now, if you think that there's even the remotest possibility of eventually having to survive an alien onslaught, you're definitely not going to want to be living in the Stone Age at the time, now will you? So from that perspective, the governments of the world would probably do their little data sharing thing, and then they would just be silent about it. And they're not going to declassify anything that would actually be proof. This isn't proof of anything other than that there were objects in the sky that they couldn't readily identify. They could have been experimental craft. They could have been drones. Yeah, they could have been alien probes, but probably not. It's more likely that these were test craft from the U.S. itself in the first place that are simply so classified, the Pentagon decided to cover that up by muddying the waters and saying, well, we're not exactly sure what this is. It could also be a bitch slap against other countries, basically a ha-ha, we're not going to fully admit to the fact that we have craft that can turn on a dime while going 2,000 miles per hour. You probably don't have those craft, ha-ha. That Nazi technology from Operation Paperclip really paid off now, didn't it? But nobody will ever believe you, except for conspiracy theorists. Hee hee, don't mess with us. Could be that kind of statement. You know, you have a lot of oddities going on. Isn't the timing a little bit suspect? Oh yeah, as a pandemic destabilizing large swaths of the world, possibly another Great Depression. Don't mess with us because we're more sophisticated than we seem. Could be a statement of that kind. But no, it's not. This isn't really this isn't disclosure. This doesn't prove aliens. I think they exist, but I mean, why the hell would they want to come here? Hell, most people on Earth don't want to be on Earth. A lot of people on Earth, why do we write so many novels about it, these escapist novels? Oh yeah, fly off into space, go into another dimension. Alternate reality of sword and sorcery. It's because we get fucking bored because the world around us is pretty mundane and locked down and authoritarian and in many ways bad for a lot of people. Yeah, there are some benefits. There are some fun things in life, but you know, I'm not levitating around shooting lasers out of my ass. Why can't I? It'd be fun. And so people imagine that maybe some aliens will take them away and, you know, fulfill their bizarre fantasies with a probe or something. That's about all. Peace out.